Okay, it's been a hot minute since I've done a video on my Maverick 88, but I figured I would take some time to go ahead and kind of do a follow-up video, maybe answer some questions I keep getting a lot, and also talk about some other small upgrades that I have made since then. For any of you who may be wondering why I'm making a gun video after I said that I wasn't going to make any more gun videos, I'm kind of just wrapping up, basically, as far as I'm concerned. I feel like there's still some videos I just have been putting off and haven't gotten around to making. So kind of consider this putting a pin in it, I guess. Or, that's not the phrase, is it? I don't know, just wrapping up, basically. Finding the closure to a series. So, this is going to be the, as far as I'm concerned, the final video I'm making for the Maverick 88. Mind you, it's only the second video, but in my mind, Shotgun doesn't need a whole lot of update videos. As long as you're making progress, you know, significant progress at one. I'm rambling. Anywho, so for any of you who are not familiar with my previous video, this is my Maverick 88 12-gauge shotgun. I have put in quite a few upgrades at this point. So I will just briefly go over them again, the old upgrades, and then I will get into the new upgrades. So there's the Magpul stock here, as well as the Magpul extended enhanced rubber butt pad. We've got the Takstar side saddle here with 6 shells and a optic rail. Well, it could be anything. It doesn't have to be an optic, but I can't imagine you putting a flashlight this far up, so whatever. Got this Slate Tactical heat. You know what? You know, heat shield. That's what it is. God, Jesus. Then we've got the Mossberg forehand here, and the Mossberg, or not Mossberg, wow, Magpul forehand, not Mossberg forehand, and the Magpul hand stops here. I'm really thinking about taking out these rail covers here. Kind of don't think they're necessary. I only have the one now. I have, as I said in the last video, I was thinking about choking this up, and I did. And for me, that ends up being a much tighter grip. As you can see, before I had this one all the way out to here, mentioned that it would, you know, be ideal for handing this to a buddy. Can't imagine I'm going to be handing this to a buddy, so there's that. And then that's it as far as the original updates. So as for the new updates, as I kind of just blatantly ignored, I've got a stock saddle here. This is just a really nice, cheap Allen Tactical like wraparound elastic butt pad rest, and this is going to basically continue the idea of the shell carrier on the side saddle, or the side saddle, and extend my magazine capacity, basically. As I said before in my previous video, I don't like to have my guns hot. I don't like to keep them loaded or even fed. You know, I like to keep them kind of starved as a safety precaution. There's been times in my life where I have, you know, assumed way too much of the company that I keep, handed a firearm to a buddy of mine, and had them immediately try to cycle the firearm or, you know, actuate the action. And when this has happened, I have always, you know, immediately kind of fell into panic, because if the firearm had a full magazine, it would have loaded a live round, and then I'd have a hot firearm in a not so hot space. Luckily, the few times this has happened, I have either had a dry mag or a snap cap loaded in the mag. So there was no risk, no danger. Didn't stop me from fucking around with them, but that's for another time. Anywho, only other upgrade we've added so far, and probably, again, last upgrade, is this True Glow sight here. These are nice and cheap. I'm sorry I'm lasing you here. I'm just trying to give you a good angle. This is dry again, as I said. But these are super nice for target acquisition. The brass bead sight is already going to be pretty high visibility. But this is, you know, just a little fiber optic that's going to capture any kind of light that you have in the room. And it effectively looks like it's glowing as you're aiming down the sights. And with the side saddle here, you might think that this is going to get in the way if you don't have an optic. But if you look, let's see if I can line it up here. Yeah, so there's actually empty space in there because it's slightly raised. And you can kind of see down there. It's hard to get a fucking angle on this, but you're kind of just gonna have to trust me on this one because I can't line it up. There it is. You can see it there. But yeah, so you can look in there as you're looking down there and line it up, and that's gonna be it. Actually, the True Glow here rests against the brass bead. So you don't even remove the brass bead, you just rest this up against it. It actually like knocks in there. And then as a quick little aside, when I swapped out the stock on my 22, I was able to salvage the Uncle Mike's rifle sling adapter here. So I just kind of threw that on this. I'm not running a sling on this, and I probably won't be. But yeah, just another little doodad to throw on here. But yeah, so that is just a few more upgrades that I've added to this already pretty kitted out rig. Despite all the time that has passed, which is another full 6 months, I still haven't actually had a chance to take this out to the range again since the last time. I don't know. You'd think with COVID that I'd find the time, but life's weird that way. Anywho, alright, thank you all for watching my videos, and let me know if you've got any more questions. I'm going to go ahead and address some of the things that kept coming up in the previous video. So if you're not interested in anything but the firearm, go ahead and click off. We're good to go. Thank you for watching. So in my previous video, I called my AR a assault rifle, and that triggered some people. And I just want to clarify for probably the millionth time, I know exactly what I was saying, and I meant to say it. I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty details of my opinions versus the facts, but I am fully aware that AR stands for Armalite, which is based on the patent and the design. I'm not ignorant to that. So I know that AR doesn't stand for assault rifle, but that doesn't change the I won't call it the classification of the weapon, because I don't want to get into all that, but it's the intent of the weapon. It's for an assault. You know, I'm not breaking out my AR for home defense. I know some people do, but I'm not going to. That's not going to be the thing I grab. If I'm going for home defense, I'm probably grabbing this. Or a handgun by my nightstand, or, you know, something a little bit more manageable. Especially with ammo prices the way they are. I don't know about any of y'all. Maybe you guys are luckier than me. I have had 10 rounds in a 30-round mag since March of last year. And that's it. And maybe I'm just picky, but I'm not paying, you know, dollars per round on that shit. You know, it's in my mind, it's like 22 cents. That's how much I'll pay per round, and that's still don't like it. So, you know, I, as someone who used to reman these rounds, I can't justify paying that kind of money. You know, especially for reman rounds. You know, like I know the shit quality that goes into those reman rounds. You know, especially from companies like Freedom Munitions and shit. It's you're not really shooting quality shit, and you should know that. So I guess on record here, you know, me to you, reman rounds aren't great. Don't expect good quality out of reman rounds. In fact, there's certain risks you take when you buy reman rounds. So be aware of that. Understand that. It is a serious thing to consider. But yeah, just want to get that out of the way. And the other thing is that I want to cover just this real quick because it keeps coming up. This may be very similar to a Mossberg 500, but again, there are going to be slight differences, like with the action tube. So please do not buy an 88 with the expectation that it will be a 1-to-1 comparison to a 500. There are details in the 500 that are going to make it a better gun. That is just a matter of fact. They wouldn't sell you a cheaper version with the same features across the board. They're cutting costs so that they can get you this firearm at an economical price. Understand that. Anywho, I think that pretty much covers it. We're getting to about the 15-minute mark. I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you for watching. Again, as I've said previously, probably not doing any more gun videos. I got maybe 1 or 2 on my belt, and then we're pretty much done. So, let me know if you've got any questions or comments or anything like that. I am always going to be answering questions, always going to be responding to comments, unless you're just being an asshole. So yeah, my inbox is always open. Just shoot me a text, shoot me a message, whatever. I'll get back to you and answer whatever questions I can. I'm not a genius and I'm not an expert, so anyhow, have a great day. Thank you for watching.